Hi, this is Nirajan Kharka. I'm going to talk about the LabPro, which is about the real-time trip event analysis. So in this lab, we are implementing real-time event-driven system for monitoring and analyzing taxi trip data. So here we have the system architecture like Azure Event Hub from data injection service, which injects uh, millions of data from real streaming data from the sources, and so the data is whenever data is sent to the event hub, and then it gets triggered to Azure function, which is like Azure functions, um, made of Python for intelligent analysis of the real-time data. And we have the logic app for the workflow orchestration. So whenever you give a certain workflow, and whenever certain data is received, and the workflow is automatically orchestration based on the analysis of the workflow. And whenever certain workflow is if the condition is true, based on that it will send a notification to Microsoft Teams for instant notification. So this helps to analysis the different types of interesting trip, interesting tip detections. And if it's not interesting, then it will just show no issues card. And if it's interesting, it will show the interesting tip detected card. And if it's suspicious, it will just execute the suspicious vendor activity card. Here we have used the system architecture like Azure Event Hub, where we ingest the ingest trip events data in JSON format. So we send the events as a batch of 10 events and to the event hub for batch of processing. Here Azure Logic app will um, simply orchestration the analysis of the workflow that we have given. Here Azure function will simply analyzes the trip data. When it gets the trip data as JSONs, then these functions, this code will detect whether if it's suspicious or not based on the data. So everything is good, but if we want to generate the suspicious activity, we have to put the payment to and distance list, and then which will execute the suspicious vendor activity. Otherwise, it should be good for now. And let's talk about how we'll execute this workflow analysis here. So this is the logic app orchestrations. So whenever there is an event available, whenever there is an event of data available in event hub, this will simply get the data in JSON format. So here it will be sent whenever there is a event data available in event hub. And then the taxi app analyze trip will be get activated, and it will get the JSON body format. Here you can see, you can see there should be one default. Not here, could be. JSON format, this should be good. And this will get the body of the in JSON format from the this one from the event hub. So based on analysis of it will analysis all the data based on if its condition is true, then this will also get the event data from the Azure functions. So in this condition, if it's true, then is it like we have made a condition here. If the data is contains like interesting, then if it's true, then the condition will be like executed. If it's interesting, then this part will be activated or executed. But if it's not interesting data, then the postcard here, the additive card, this one is just will show you the trip analyzed, no issue. But like if it's interesting, it will go to another step for more evaluation of the condition. So if it's like, yeah, if it contains the suspicious vendor activity, so previously I have shown you that what the suspicious vendor activity will be. Here, if the suspicious vendor, it has to be like the payment system has to be trip 2, and the trip distance has to be less than 1. If this condition is met, then the workflow will fire the suspicious vendor activity. Otherwise it will not fire. So we have set it true. Here contains the suspicious vendor activity syntax that is analyzed from the hazard functions. So if it's suspicious activities, then this additive card, like the suspicious vendor activity detected text will be executed. If it's false, then only the trip is interesting additive card will be fired. So let's send the data to here. So I'm sending like allowed and text data here. Let's send like 10 of the data here. Like we repeat like we'll send the repeat send data 10 times here. I'm sending the 10 times to the event hub. Whenever like this send the data, then let's refresh. Here it says successfully succeed. It's 141. We recently took only 3.6 seconds. Here you see, whenever like the data is sent to the minute, this will be executed and the condition will check for everything. Let's make it here on the first data. You can see here that on the first like for the first data, we have sent the 10 datas here. On the first says it's like it's not interesting. Whenever this workflow is executed, it will be sent to the workflow in the Teams. Here you can see here interesting on the like, it will not say like it will not be in the flow like sending in the Teams as here, but yeah, this should be good. Here false, trip analyze, no issue. Here you can see this. I think this is the one is not issue. So whenever this let's see another one, it's the same. Here you can see, let's look for the interesting tips. So here you can see, is it interesting? Yes, it's true, it got executed. And is it suspicious? No. If it was suspicious, it was this block would be triggered, but right now it is not suspicious, so it has executed the trip is interested card. So here you can see trip interested. So you can right now you can see only like whether the trip is interesting or the trip is not interesting. So I'll generate the data for the suspicious activity. So let's send the data here. Let's copy the data for to execute the suspicious activities. So I'll send the payment type 2. It should be good, and the trip distance should be less than like 1. So let's trigger here and send the data here. Like I'm only sending the 2 data, like 4 data. Okay, sorry, 4. So I have sent this custom data to the events hub. Let's look at the run history. Here it says, I'll refresh here. It is taking time. you can see it has been succeeded. Trigger, the workflow has been already succeeded, so you can see here. So the event is available, the function is triggered, and here you can see now. Look, I have sent the like, is it interesting? Yes, but is it suspicious? So for to execute I have made the cash payment type 2, then trip distance less than 1, so it has triggered for the suspicious vendor activity. Yeah, and this added pip card will be triggered, and you can see the workflow sent to me. It says all the 4 data here. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 data is of suspicious vendor activity detected. So you can see the distance is less than 1, payment type is 2. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is how we analyze the data and send to the teams. Yeah, thank you.